Hardy Tartar bitches, it's your boy Deadhed the motherfucking zombie back up in this bitch with
Juggalo Barber.
And today we are doing
or
tonight, whichever time you're fucking watching this. As you can tell, it's fucking nighttime here. My dumbass. Anyways, last week we took a look at Red Grounds. Now it's time to take a look at the news Joker's card for self. Yes, I still kept it in the same tissue paper that Bigfoot gave me my CD back in, because fuck it. But last week, as I said, we took a look at Red Grounds. Now to take a look at the main lady herself, Yum Yum Bedlam. This baby dropped on Halloween, which is, about a week and a half ago at this point?
Yeah, give or take. Still waiting on mine, though. My friend sent me a Juggalo kit. He got the copy that he's going to send me.
Oh, yeah.
But he put in some other stuff, and it's a Juggalo care package. And if you ever watch The Boy Blue, I'm not giving him a shout-out, because fuck that asshole. But,
fuck that asshole.
No drama here, I swear. But I met a guy named Joel, the stuff, and we became really good friends. And he has sent me a lot of shit over the years, and he sent me Yum Yum Bedlam with a couple other Juggalo stuff.
Oh, yeah. Before we continue, if you did pull like the move I did, which was order the hard copy, if you plucked out your ad book, you are fucked. Because that's the ad book right there. I had it in like a whole other CD case. I had it in my Fearless Fred Fury Furious edition from the Patreon shits. So yeah.
Now, for those who are expecting me and Deadhed to agree on every point like we normally do, and me and him have very similar taste in music.
Which is true. You do. At least
you are far from the truth, my friend.
No, I'm talking about the most of the time, jackass.
Although there's a few songs that's only like maybe I'll say five tracks that I can probably go back and listen to because they have grown on me.
All right. So we'll let you get your thoughts out first. This is going to be a real yin and yang kind of review for us. So go ahead, you first, buddy. Let's hear your argument.
I wasn't a fan, personally. I had my expectation a little too high, I guess, going to Deadhed.
Way too fucking high, my guy. What? It's like your expectations were taking bong rips with Snoop Dogg and Bob Marley.
Okay, so my expectation was like Alina Fish talking about like different serial killers in different parts of history, like female serial killers. I feel like that would have been a dope concept for the first female Joker's card.
Right.
That was my idea. And then when Betsy dropped, I'm like, okay, this is going to be something maybe similar. They had Albert Fish talking in the music video. If you haven't seen the music video, check it out. It's fucking great
dude, yes.
Music video.
Yes.
I was drawing a blank on words there for a second. But it's a very happy album. Like, if you like Found more than Lost, or Shangri-La over Hell's Pit, you are going to like this album. But if you're into that whole wicked shit, the whole I'll stab your face and I don't give a fuck, the Cemetery Girl songs or whatever, you're, in my opinion, you're not going to like this album. Like, straight up. My reason I hold this album so down on the ground because it was so fucking positive. Now, you can like positive music. I'm not judging you. You know, if Shangri-La was your thing,
motherfucker, again, you bust my balls about me like it had music all the time, so eat me.
You'll like this album.
Oh, yeah.
If you're a fan of Shangri-La, you'll like this album. This is definitely that audience, Juggalo audience cater to.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
This is not, though, however, the wicked shit. There's a few wicked shits on the track, like Wretched, obviously, fucking Panic Attack. Panic Attack took me a little bit to grow. My own problem with Panic Attack is, like, it starts off with the rap, right? Like the... I suck at making beats, but I'm giving you an example. And then all of a sudden you hear Bon J scream like, ah! I'm not going to fucking scream because it's fucking 11:20 at night. But you get my point.
Yeah.
And it kind of, I feel like the flow of the album wasn't quite there. You know, like, usually their albums kind of have a consistent flow. I know I'm fucking up that word and I don't give a shit.
Consistent flow, is that what you're trying to say? A constant flow? No,
yeah, constant flow, thank you.
Something like that.
And, like, usually one song bleeds into another kind of thing. That's what they normally do. This is kind of all over the place to me, at least in my opinion. Like you go from a song from Wretched to Welcome to the Carnival, here comes the carnival.
Somebody found them but hurt. You know us, we gotta have our gags. Come on now. Bigfoot is real.
I give this album, again, from my opinion, about maybe 2.5 to 3.5 out of 5.
Okay, that's okay. All right, I can respect
I'll give it a fair rating.
All right. Now, like, what are your favorite tracks off it? By the way, we haven't even gone into the track listing yet. You want me to read them off?
We'll go into the track listing later. Let me see. Let me look at the track listing real quick.
I got it right here.
I don't have it. I don't have a physical copy yet.
Yeah, I was gonna say yet. The tracks are Intro, Here Comes the Carnival, Wretched, Clown Drippin', Gangsta
Clown
Code.
Drippin' was not my favorite.
Queens.
I would say that's probably my least. I don't like there's some ICP sex songs that are great.
I don't even think it's fully a sex song, bro.
When I listen to ICP, I don't want to hear them. Oh, look at my nutsack. Look at the cum that's coming out of my dick. You know, Gangsta Code.
Which was the Boondocks beat.
Gangsta Code was all right.
I will say this. I think that Jay going, yeah, I'm gonna take my beat back, bitch. This is my shit. That was funny. I won't even front. That shit was fucking hilarious.
That was pretty good. Queens.
Panic Attack.
I did not like this track.
Fuck Regret. Hold on a second. Insomnia. Heart and Soul featuring Vinny Dombrowski from Sponge. The Drunk in the Attic. Don't Touch That Flower. The Jokestas, also known as Slap Nut. Slap these nuts, Shiloh.
It just said Slap Nut on my end because I have it on YouTube Music.
Right. And then there's track 14, which is Bitch, I'm Fine. Carnival of Lights, Ain't No Time, which features Roadside Ghost and Something to See.
All right. So the intro it has a very sexual intro. Surprise, right? Oh my God, ICP did a sexual intro.
But you know the point behind the second Joker's, this Joker's card. I don't know why I said second. I'm retarded.
I know you did.
About Yum Yum Bedlam is that she's like the Venus flytrap, and she's like a manifestation of like all the perversions, all the sins, and all that shit. And if you lived a truly virtuous life, with a plant twist to it, because in the end she is an entity of death. According to the story and the booklet, she's like death itself. And if you lived a virtuous, very positive, good life, in the end she will be nothing but a withered, black, dead plant. But if you if you did like a bunch of fucked up shit or whatever, you gave into temptation, you gave into perversions, you gave into lust, whatever, just pure animal instincts.
Everything that I stand for, pretty much. I think that's the reason I don't like this album, but it kind of disses kind of everything I kind of stand for, personally.
Not really, bro.
I mean, I'm all for lust. I'm all for the sin.
But I think you get what I'm trying to say, though.
Yeah, I do.
All the fucked up shit that you did in your life, and the more fucked up shit you did, she's there to lure you into the fucked up shit. By the way, Yum Yum's lures dope. I don't care what you say. Anyways,
so it's kind of like a siren then.
Basically, yes. She's a siren that leads you to another small fraction of your doom. And your punishment is how radiant and beautiful she presents herself on your journey into the afterlife. She grows in the echo side. With bodies all around her and shit.
Nice.
Now,
again, I don't have the physical copy yet, so I don't know all the info.
That's all good. Now,
I'm letting them know. You already know that. I'm letting them know that. I didn't know that because, yeah.
Well, there you go. Now you do.
But
now, as you were saying, you were on Queens.
Queens, I wasn't a fan either.
It's because you're a single Pringle.
Yep.
And I don't even mean that as a dick thing. This, he jokes about it all the fucking time.
Yeah, I really do. Yeah. I'm so lonely. Yeah. I'm gonna go crack open a casket.
I'm not being a fucking prick. I'm not. I promise.
He's not.
I just want you to also say that so people don't think that we're just assholes. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we are, but we don't mean anything by it. You know what I'm saying?
I mean, I'm sure if I wasn't in love when this album came out, maybe I would have a different aspect. I'm sure, because it's very lovey. It's very upbeat.
Yeah, it is. I'm not even fronting. It is. And while I was doing my fresh playthrough of the album, because I've had this motherfucker heavy in my rotation since it came out, from YouTube Music to getting my actual copy and bumping it on my headphones. I'm trying to find my iPod there it is, on my busted up iPod upside down, which still works great. Sounds great in these fucking headphones, by the way. It's called Candy Heshes, bitch. And
yep.
And we both have given this album several bump through attempts, all the way through.
I've been cringing most of them. Most of them I cringed.
So
I physically cringed.
So after Queens, you gave your thoughts on Panic Attack, right?
Not yet. Panic Attack was really decent. I mean, it gave me a throwback to what's that song called? Another Love Song almost.
Why is that?
Because the chorus is all relaxing and beginning.
Oh, you're thinking of the part where Jay goes, "So let's just die together." I can't scream. I have family in this house.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So, out of respect, I'm not gonna be fucking screaming because I'm sure I'll even freak the fucking neighbors out because I got a powerful fucking scream. I am almost real life fucking Dragonborn, bro.
Nice.
I sound like a fucking cheese ball right now.
Fuck Regrets was another okay album, or track, sorry. Very upbeat for a song that had the word fuck in it.
Well, yeah. I mean, the topic of the track speaks for itself in the title.
Yeah. I'm singing fuck Regrets. That one kind of threw me off again, too.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, a little bit. I was expecting kind of fuck you and fuck this and fuck that. But I'm still me. I don't regret anything I've done. But no, it's more like, I made mistakes. I'm only human.
Essentially, basically, yeah.
Like, it's completely different than what you expect for a song called Fuck Regrets.
Not for me, because I could have expected what you were saying, and then also the flip side of that, you know? Yeah, I made mistakes. Yeah, I had fuck-ups, but those don't define me. Fuck regret, because I'm done regretting that shit. Basically, you know? And that's what the track's basically about. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm 90% sure I'm right.
Insomnia. Another relatively decent track. I kind of relate to this because I do suffer from insomnia. What's your thoughts on insomnia?
Ooh, man. I'll wait for my total thoughts. I want you to get yours out of the way because it's fair. This is a yin and yang review.
Another relatively decent. A lot of these aren't good, but they're decent.
Okay.
Yeah. I'll give it that. It's not as bad as when I thought when I first listened to it. I'll give you that.
God.
Okay.
You were almost pissed off when you were calling me, like because I was walking home from work, actually listening to the album in my Bluetooth earbuds, and I was just grooving, dude. Like from walking out of work to walking to the closest gas station to get me a pack of smokes. I just had this album just going, hell yeah, just going ham in my motherfucking headphones, man. And then this guy calls me. He's like, dude, I fucking hate it. Just straight up deadpan. I fucking hate it. Now, from Insomnia to the rest of the track list, you go ahead, buddy. I'm sorry.
All right. Insomnia. Let me check it out again.
After that is Heart and Soul.
Heart and Soul, the chorus was good. The verses were decent again. This obviously is not my ICP. Okay. But they have done a lot of happy albums that I do enjoy. Like Bound was great. At least okay. You know? At least in my opinion. Shangri-La was obviously fucking great. With the fucking Thick Joker Cut, it probably sold the most of all their albums combined.
No, there's Great Malenko. That shit blew them up.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, for old school Juggalos, you know, you would have been following them since before Great Malenko.
I mean, around the time that came out, there's a lot of people shitting on it, but that was that Joker's card. And, like, so you're okay with Heart and Soul then, all right?
The Drunk in the Attic, I don't know how I'm supposed to feel about this.
Okay.
I have no opinion about Drunk in the Attic. It's one of those songs that's honestly kind of forgettable for me.
Were you anticipating that one, like, among the most?
Yeah, I had a really high expectation. I thought it was going to be, like, talking about maybe Shaggy 2-Dope drunk addiction and Violent J's pills addiction.
I mean, they did touch it, but they also kind of have a message like, hey, don't get hooked on that shit. Because, again, I read the fucking lyrics. And I'm like, oh. Because, like, for the first few bumps, at least for me, like, I didn't pay attention too much to, like, the extra ad-libs, you know?
Yeah.
And I think you know what ad-libs are. It's like the boo, squaw, background noises shit. Or they'll do, like, a little punching or some shit, you know?
I also was expecting with Drunk in the Attic, like, kind of how they did with Sleepwalker. There we go. Going to blank on old school ICP there for a second. Where it's like a intervention. I would love to see like an intervention type thing with this.
Okay, I see what you're saying now. Okay.
That's what my expectation was. And when that didn't really get meet, like, again, my expectation was a little too high. I'll admit that. Fine, whatever. Fuck you, Deadhead.
Fuck you too, bud.
But it's an okay album. I mean, this is an okay track.
And then, go ahead. I think you had something else to add.
My thought when I first heard the track was, okay, I see what they're going with, but they could have executed it better with this idea.
Okay.
With the idea that they're all in, like, rehab and then this fucking support group circle thing, and they're all talking about their problem that they suffered from and put in rap. Kind of like if you're a fan of Tom McDonald, they did a song with Matt Child, and he did a song with Nova and Matt Child. Shout out to Matt Child, by the way. Called
Sober.
Yeah, Sober.
Something like that.
Good song. And that's what I was kind of expecting with Drunk in the Attic was the sober idea. Where they're like, hi, my name is Violent J, and I'm an alcoholic. Or, hi, my name is... No, I'm Violent J, and I'm a pill popper. Or, hi, I'm Shaggy, and I used to be an alcoholic. Kind of thing. Okay. That's what I would expect. But no, it's very... How would you describe this exactly?
That's a tough one, honestly. It's just like it's them telling you to not fall prey to it, basically, in the hook.
Pretty much.
You know?
Pretty much.
And it's just them telling stories and shit. And, about being drunks and addicts.
So what do you think of my idea, though, for that kind of
See,
like
your idea actually does make sense. Because that's what I thought at first, too, was something, like an intervention. Kind of like what they did with Triplex, too.
Yeah, very much. All right. So, all right, Don't Touch That Flower is like kind of like another introduction to Yum Yum Bedlam.
I think they could have moved that up earlier in the album.
Yeah, I personally do, too. That's why the flow of this album really threw me off, and I'm like, yeah, and then it's like... And then it's like, yeah, and then it's like...
That's what DC Fago guy was saying in his review, that he thinks like some of the tracks should have got reordered, and I actually agree with him to an extent on that, depending on which tracks.
Yeah.
But
what's your thought on Don't Touch That Flower?
It serves its purpose, bro.
It does serve a purpose, but I feel like it's in the wrong track.
At least at the wrong order of it.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Slapnut, it's kind of, I guess, like, all hail, like, it's Legend of Stretchnut. It's almost like a shout out to Jaggy's third album, All Hail Stretchnut off of Buck to Buck Off Motherfucker.
What that track reminded me of was Get Clowned.
Okay, I can see that too.
It reminded me of Get Clowned, and y'all know I love Found. Get Clowned is easily one of my favorite ICP tracks of all time. And it has that kind of production and sound to it. I'm like, okay, Now, I'll give more of my thoughts when he gives the rest of his thoughts.
Bitch, I'm fine. Kinda. I'm trying to think of, like, this album is definitely either some really old shit that never released, kind of like a forgotten freshness. At least some of them feel that way. At least in my opinion. Bitch, I'm fine. It's pretty much balanced. It's like, yeah, I'm fine. I'm okay with whatever you talk. When you talk shit about me, I'm okay with that.
Him and Shags, but you gotta admit their verses were fucking fire.
Yeah,
you gotta admit they came in on that fucking track, bro.
I did like Carnival of Light.
Oh, you did?
Yes, actually.
That's a surprise.
Yeah.
Go on.
And I wasn't a fan of the last two. So I guess I give this album kind of a...
You said 2.5, 3 out of 5.
Yeah, 2.5, 3 out of 5, yeah.
Are those your total thoughts on the album?
Pretty much. I would say if you like Bound or Shangri-La, this is definitely your album. This was not catered to the old school or Hell's Pit era Juggalo. They put kind of something for the new. I hate saying new school. I fucking hate it, and I hate saying old school too.
Makes me die on the inside hearing either one.
But y'all get my point of why I'm saying.
Juggalo's a juggalo, motherfucker. We don't need a goddamn extra tag to that shit.
And
go ahead and call me a fam kid. I don't give a fuck.
But
I will shit on your porch. Now I'll have Bigfoot shit on your porch.
If you're an old school who grew up on the original six, I'll just call you guys the original Sixers. This is probably not going to feel right to you, but if you kind of got into the whole Shangri-La, maybe even Bound, you'll like this album. It's definitely an upbeat, positive album, which is why I'm not a fan. I'm very much a health pit, health seller, benefits fury kind of guy.
That and you're just a negative Nancy.
Fuck you. You positive Polly.
Positive. Don't you dare call me Polly. I'm not a fucking diva. I actually have self-respect. Oh, okay, a tiny bit of self-respect.
I was going to say.
I at least have some self-respect. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, all right, what's your thoughts on this album, dude?
Well, I gave a couple of my thoughts. Like, when it comes to me, I'm on the total flip side. I love this fucking album. And I heavily disagree with your point when you say, if you're an original Sixer or whatever, you're not going to like this. Even though I've seen quite a few OGs. We'll just call them OGs for short, all right, bud?
All right.
I've seen plenty of OGs praising the album. I've seen a couple people shitting on it. You just get that with every new Joker's card because you can't make everyone happy. And there is the wicked shit on this album. It's just you gotta listen to the lyrics because it is very upbeat. Juggalo Barber is not wrong about that. It is a very upbeat album. But with that being said, I'm pulling out my booklet again to see who all produced it. It has production from Shaggy the Airhead, Mike P, Straight Jacket, Kuma. Even I know there's a Devereaux beat or two on this album.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Devereaux. Oh.
Dude, also those didn't know, I think did a few tracks with Ouija Mac.
No, he's Ouija Mac's main guy for production.
Yeah.
And like, I've got my favorites. Obviously, you have that with every album. I don't care who the fuck you are. But like, I don't think that necessarily because you're an OG that you will not like this album. That is far from the truth because I've seen it. By the way, we need to do another episode of SAC, Salty Ass Comic Commentary. You know we.
Oh boy.
Oh yeah, you know we got to bring it back, dude. Anyway,
I know.
Anyways, like my favorite tracks on this bitch, dude, Ain't No Time is my favorite. I fucking love that track. Stevro, you fucking killed it on that beat. After that, it's followed by.
The beats are great. I'm not denying the beat. It's just more for me, mostly the lyrics. But like some of them will rush.
They spent a couple years on this Joker's card, bro. I don't think anything on here was rushed, but again, my opinion. And they probably got a nice size stack of songs in the vault, but also, like, my favorite tracks, easily Ain't No Time, Wretched, Clown Drippin' is awesome to me. Fuck Regret, and Queens, because I am in a relationship. Fabuloso. Yup, Team Rainbow, baby. I couldn't even say that with a straight face, ironically enough. But
the Deadhead's boyfriend.
Shout out indeed. I love ya. But oh yeah, and that's a little shot to some asshole who dropped this track against me. I'm not saying his name because fuck you. He all his points were I'm fat and I'm gay. That's where that came from. So eat it. Anyways, follow up favorites have to be Here Comes the Carnival. Panic Attack is dope.
I can get behind the intro. Sometimes it was a little too much.
Well, like, okay, like, I totally get the intro throwing someone off at first because it's just some chick moaning into your ear. When I first played this at work when I was closing up and shit, like the moment, like pretty much the day the album came out, I had to work. And when we were closing up, as soon as that intro came on, I think it was either on my speaker or my earbuds, I was like, oh, well then. But
I love you. I want to consume you. Let me be yours.
You're fucking killing me.
You know that's how the intro went, though.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. But then I finally sat down and I read the story of Yum Yum herself and the booklet. And I'm like, oh, so the intro makes sense now. Because she's basically a siren, as we said. A siren crossed with the Venus flytrap.
Yeah.
And, like, I mean, when it comes to, like, tracks that I skip, sometimes I'll skip Gangsta Code.
Yeah, Gangsta Code, yeah.
But that's because, like, I mean, I do enjoy Boondocks. Oh, shit, I have a copy of Abaddon up on my shelf. Not the case, because my little brothers broke the cases. I love you, Derek and Marcus, but you're shitheads sometimes, you know what I'm saying? I miss you guys. Hope you're doing good. Anyways, like, honestly, Gangsta Code was the only track. Maybe Don't Touch That Flower, but after a couple listens, that one also grew on me. So I do have a couple tracks I skip. I skip occasionally, but like if I'm going for a full bump through as it is, if I have time, I sit down and I bump the entire thing.
Yeah. I'm gonna get the physical album. I will post in the comment section how I feel later on down the road about this album. Once I get the physical.
Okay.
I have not gotten the physical.
And I'll pin that shit.
I will let you know when I comment it, and you can pin it on the comment section. Yeah. Or whatever you want to do. And I will pretty much do another rundown how I feel about each track once I get the physical.
Yep, and we'll have his updated thoughts in the motherfucking comments. Now, again, with this is not my favorite of the second deck. It's really hard to beat Fearless Fred Fury. And that one overtook the Marvelous Missing Link by a slight margin. Because
Which
Fearless
one,
Fred,
though? Lost or found? Or both?
Honestly, I group them together, all three. And yeah, I say three because the Outtakes album.
Okay, yeah.
I group all three of those as its own Joker's card because that's what it was. And as far as sideshows go, the Phantom is probably my second favorite sideshow. And it's the last one I need to get to. So as soon as I find that shit, I'm going to do the last exhibit of, at least for now, of the sideshow little series I got because I talked about the other ones. And I need to get the last one going.
Yeah.
Now,
hey, how do you feel about reviewing Hell's Pit or Hell's Cellar? Do you have any of those?
I still need to get a copy of Hell's Cellar, but that's definitely doable.
All right.
And so with that being said, I give the album a 5 out of 5. It's like my second favorite or third favorite because there's also Bing Pow Boom. Nah, it's my third favorite. Fuck it. I still adore his album. I'm gonna give it a 4 out of 5 because I think that's fair. 4 out of 5. And that's, all right. Like, yeah, you know, it's not a perfect album, but no artist has ever made a perfect album. I don't fucking care what anyone says. There's no such thing as perfect.
Hell's Pit was perfect.
In your eyes it was, but in general, there is no such thing as perfect because if there was such thing as perfect, that everybody would have such high expectations to meet those standards.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this was our little review on Yum Yum Bedlam, dude. And I adore upbeat music because, like, up until within the last couple years, I still have these like self-image issues. Like in my music, I talk about how much I hate myself and shit like that. Like I deal with depression and stuff, and there's more to it than people think. More to it than just being sad.
Same with bipolar, though.
There's all kinds of shit that people don't even bother to research and shit about depression. There's all kinds of aspects to it.
Yeah.
But to not make this album review drag on to a whole fucking hour, we're gonna wrap it up here. My score is 4 out of 5. His is what, 3 out of 5?
2 to 3 out of 5. 2.5 to 3.
Okay. Like, dude, I love this album. Like, so fucking much. Like this is still gonna have regular spins in my rotation because pretty much every second Joker's card. Well, second. Drawing a blank. Yeah, thank you. Every card on the second deck, I have a very big appreciation for when most people shit on it. I don't know why that is. Maybe I'm just a weirdo. But add that to your list of discrepancies against me, bitch. Hashtag the plug. Hashtag the plug, Shiloh. Hashtag the plug. Come on, say it, motherfucker.
Oh, hashtag the plug. All I'm thinking about is Luna the Plug, the porn star.
Nope, that's not who we're talking about. We give him the Voldemort treatment right now.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah. So that's been the review. I certainly had a lot of fun actually making it. Editing it is gonna be a pain in the dick. Well, not that big of a pain in the dick, but still a pain nonetheless. Because this review is at 37 minutes, my guy.
Jesus Christ.
We had a lot to say.
Yeah.
But fuck it. All right, y'all. Anything else you want to add before we wrap up?
If you like happy-go-lucky music, get the album. If you don't like happy-go-lucky, skip this album. That's all.
That's all. Fuck you. Bye-bye now. If you were a fast food worker, Shiloh, you'd be like, now don't forget to fuck yourself now. Okay.
I've said that before at work. To myself, obviously. But
all right, y'all. We out this piece. Thank you for watching. Whoop, whoop. Much clown love. Say it one more
much
time.
clown love, y'all. Whoop, whoop.
Whoop, whoop, y'all. Peace.